Hello, on today's show we are going to talk about Caribbean Beach Resort at Disney World. Hello, I'm Lauren Williams from Magical Travel Adventure, and I am a travel agent, and I am here to give you some information on some resorts. So this is a new series that I'm starting, and I'm starting with Caribbean Beach Resort. So if you like videos like Disney World, like travel, I do all types of videos, please hit that subscribe button so you can know when we're getting new videos out. And you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook at Magical Travel Adventure. Information to use me, my service is currently free to use, so you can find the information to use me as your travel agent below. Now let's begin about Caribbean Beach Resort. Caribbean Beach Resort is a moderate resort. It is on the Skyliner hub, and it has about 1,500 rooms, and they're about 314 square feet, and they can sleep up to 4 to 5 people. Now, a moderate resort is definitely, the rooms are bigger than they would be at a value resort. Value resorts typically have smaller rooms, but these resorts are at Caribbean Beach, the rooms are 314 square feet. What I will say is Caribbean Beach went through a major renovation a few years ago. They didn't do the rooms. They did the whole, it's like they did the rest of the buildings, the main building, and things like that. So they did not ever do anything about the rooms. So refurbished rooms, this is 2021, refurbished rooms are probably coming soon to Caribbean Beach. There are different types of rooms at Caribbean Beach. So let's talk about the 5 different villages at Caribbean Beach. So the Martinique and Barbados are closest to the main area, and then Trinidad, Jamaica, and Aruba are further away. This is a very large resort. I would say from one end to the other, it could be maybe a 15-minute walk, depending on how fast you walk. I walk pretty fast, and it did seem like a longer walk. When I was there twice, I got stopped by workers there who were in golf carts to see if I wanted to ride in the golf cart to go to wherever I was going, because they know how long the walk is. So that was super nice. I never took them up on the offer because I wanted to see what it was like walking around the resort. But hey, you never know. It might happen for you too, once or twice. So most of the rooms sleep 4, but there are some that sleep 5. When we say that there's a 5th sleeper, it's normally the pullout from above the TV. So it's like a twin bed. So it's not for 5 really adults, unless you have small adults. But I would say that 5th one is for definitely a child. They also have special pirate-themed rooms. At this time, there's a possibility that they're under refurbishment. Some of the rooms are being refurbished in those pirate rooms currently. This is July 2021 when I'm recording this. So it's important to know that those rooms might be adjusted or changed as times go by. In almost all Disney Resort hotel rooms, there is a coffee maker and a small mini fridge. You're supposed to call it a cooler because it doesn't keep as cool as a refrigerator, but you could definitely use it to put milk or things like that in there. Let's talk food at Caribbean Beach Resort. So there is a table service or sit-down meal option, and there are quick service options. The table service option is Sebatian's Bistro. Currently, it is a family-style meal. Then there's also Centertown Market, which is like the quick service location, which is getting your food, ordering it. You can mobile order it, so when you leave the room, you can pick out what you want, or when you're coming back from the parks, you can pick out what you want and then say, I'm here when you get there, and your food's ready for you. It's not always perfect, though, remember that, meaning it might take a few minutes. There is the Spyglass Grill, which is an option as of 2021, the summer of 2021. Spyglass Grill is not open yet. And there is a bar, Banana Cabana, which is over kind of by the pool. It's outside. It's lovely. I love going there. It's a very Caribbean feeling, and it's one of my favorite places. My next favorite spot, and if you know me, I talk about this all the time, but over by the Skyliner station, there is a Joffrey's Coffee, and I love this place. I love if I'm staying near there, I can go and get my coffee and a donut every morning, and their donuts are huge. They're like this big. It's just, I split them with my family. But I love that Joffrey stop. Every time I ride the Skyliner and I have to switch at Caribbean Beach, I will get off, get a Joffrey's. There is a peach iced tea. I don't even like peach. I just love this peach iced tea. And I get it all the time. Like, I can't go by there without not getting a peach iced tea. It's so great. And I love having it on the Skyliner. I don't know why it feels so wonderful, but it does. I just love having that like little drink with me on the Skyliner. So that covers food. So let's talk pools. I have talked about how big Caribbean Beach is. So there actually are 6 pools total in this resort. The main pool is called the Fuentes del Morro pool. And it also has a play area for kids that is great. The main pool has 2 water slides, and there's kind of like these coves and things like that you can swim in. The kids' play area is also a lot of fun, and it's attached. Typically, this pool does not open until 10 a.m., just so you're aware. Now, because the resort is so spread out, in each of the villages, there's also what's considered a quiet pool. I consider it just a basic pool. That's it. It's just water, and that's it. And there's some chairs around. There's nothing particularly special about these pools. They're just closer to whatever village you're in. You also should know there are whirlpools by the main pool if you are interested in that too. The last thing I'm going to talk about is transportation. Transportation at Caribbean Beach. It is the Skyliner hub. What that means is that from everywhere else, the Skyliner comes to Caribbean Beach, and you have to transfer to a different line. There are different Skyliner lines. So it's not like you just get on at any point of the Skyliner and it just automatically brings you to where you go. There are different lines. There's one from Pop Century to Caribbean Beach. There's one from Caribbean Beach that goes to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, but those are 2 separate lines. So if you are at Caribbean Beach in the morning and you're going to Hollywood Studios for that day, you get to go just walk in line and get to the line that says Hollywood Studios, and you just get on, and when you get off, you're at Hollywood Studios. No changing lines. Again, if you're going to Epcot, you can get on the Skyliner to Epcot, and there's no changing from any resorts. So that's one of the benefits, is that you just have to walk over to the Skyliner and it brings you to whichever location you want. There are plenty of people there that can help you and navigate. It is, if you are at the front of Caribbean Beach, over by where Old Port Royale is, which is the main building, you are going to be far away from where the Skyliner station is. Trinidad is the closest station to the Skyliner resorts, or to the Skyliner. So just so you're aware. So you also would have to take a bus then to Magic Kingdom or to Animal Kingdom. You should know that the bus makes internal stops because the resort is so large. There are internal stops that the bus takes and then goes to either Magic Kingdom or Epcot. So you might be at a stop and the bus might drive right by because it's already full. So that's one of the drawbacks, is those internal stops. The buses fill up fast. So you want to make sure, if it's really important to you, that you might get on at that first stop for Caribbean Beach. Your travel agent can help you with what that is. Just some overall feelings about Caribbean Beach. I would say that I had an experience where I was between Pop Century and Caribbean Beach, and Pop Century is a value resort, and it just felt like hustle bustle. Everyone was like in a rush, got to get there, gotta get our food, gotta get to the parks, gotta get to the bus, gotta get to the Skyliner. It was just, a little more, everyone was in, doing their thing, but, they were getting to the parks. At Caribbean Beach, it was like just a totally different feeling. There's music playing, there are little areas where you can sit and watch the water, watch the Skyliner. There are hammocks that you can be in and just relax. There's just, everyone was just walking slower. There was music lightly playing. It just had a slower pace feel. I almost just want to go to that resort and just stay there. I don't even want to go to the parks because it's just, there's so much to explore. There is a playground there for kids if they're interested in that. So most resorts have playgrounds and they are now open. And it's just like a fun resort. I just think that staying at Caribbean Beach, you have that Skyliner. So, if you want to go to eat at the somewhere on the boardwalk, you just hop on the Skyliner and you go. I find if you are afraid of heights, and you are not getting on that Skyliner, do not stay at Caribbean Beach because all you're going to be doing is walking around and trying to find buses, and it's going to be more complicated for you. If you I love the Skyliner. I grew up skiing, so this is like just a mode of transportation that I'm used to and I love. So I love it and I want to stay on it all the time because I think that it's just like it's its own ride. You don't have to pay a park ticket to get on this ride. You can ride it, and you can do all different types of rides to use the Skyliner, and it's just so much fun. So you kind of have to decide what it is. I like the moderates also because it's just a little higher, just a little bigger of a room. When you have kids, there's always like stuff that comes along with kids. So having that extra space sometimes just helps. The theming for kids though, I say like my son loves Toy Story. So we often stay at All-Star Movies because he loves that theming. So I'm also okay with that because eventually he'll be okay with having these other resorts also. So you just have to kind of know your family, know your situation on what type of resort is best for you. I will say it's probably the best value for families of 5. This is a great resort for families of 5. You can fit in the resort. You can just buy one room. You can have access to the Skyliner. So if one of your kids is in the stroller, you just wheel them right on with the stroller. That means for Epcot and Hollywood Studios, you don't have to worry about putting your stroller up and together. You only have to worry about it for Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. So just be aware for those. Those are all good points. You have to kind of decide what's best for you. If you have a travel agent, they might be able to help you also. But I hope to put out more videos to help you see other resorts, to see what information will help you to make your best decision. If you have any resorts you want me to try and do as soon as possible, please let me know in the comments. I'll do what I can. But, I'm going to get through all the resorts eventually. So I hope you enjoyed the video and you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time on the Magical Travel Adventure YouTube channel.